Talk to me, kid.
Look, nothing's gonna help. She said no. 3 days ago, I asked Didi to marry me, and she flat out turned me down.
Jack, do you have a minute?
Oh, it's you, huh?
Well, you said your door was always open, so...
Well, you asked for a minute. We've got about 55 seconds.
I guess there's too much to hope for.
Come on, will you? You can see I'm busy.
When you brought me back here, I thought you would at least try to be civil. But I guess it's true what they say about not being able to teach old dogs new tricks.
Why don't you just tell me what you want so I can say no? We can just both of us get on with our business.
Well, why did you rehire me? I mean, it's obvious you don't want me here any more now than you did before.
Well, that's not true, Didi. I missed you. Got lonely without you. You know, I mean, the place was running so smoothly. I missed your interference, your insubordination.
Good, because you'll get plenty of both, I guarantee you.
Hey, lady, you know, if it was up to me, you'd still be standing on the unemployment line if I wasn't forced to bring you back.
Forced? Wait a second. You're the president of the company here. Don't you do all the hiring and the firing?
Of course I do. What I meant was...
Well, then who forced you to give me my job back?
Look, what I meant was... there are forces at work, forces bigger and more important than your bookkeeping job.
Quit calling me a bookkeeper. Now, what forces exactly are you talking about?
Hey, I don't have to explain anything to you. You know, you want your job back or don't you?
Yes, I want my job back.
Well, good. Then just do it, Didi, and leave everything else up to me, all right?
I can't manage the business affairs of Lord Manning if you constantly keep me in the dark.
You'll know everything you need to know.
Including what's going on in Section B.
That's research and development. None of your concern.
Anything that goes on in this plant is my concern, Jack.
When the work is complete in Section B, I'll be glad to give you a tour. Until then, you just do the work that you've been paid to do.
All right, Mr. President, I will do the work I am paid to do. Great being back. Missed you a lot, Jack.
Good morning.
Oh, Tina. I wish it was.
The maid said you wanted to see me. I hope you're feeling well. You look a little under the weather.
Well, I didn't sleep all that well last night. Frankly, I've been trying to think of some good way to talk to you.
What's the matter?
Sit down, Tina.
I hope this doesn't have to do with Viki. She's been doing so well.
No, it has to do with you. It has to do with all of us. Tina, you know, when Viki invited you to move back in here to Landfair, I wasn't exactly thrilled with the idea.
I know you hated it.
Yeah, well, I went along with the idea because it mattered so much to Viki, and you know, she wanted to have her sister nearby.
Well, that's exactly how I felt, and I'm just so glad it's all worked out.
Well, that's the point. It's not working out.
What do you mean? I thought we'd been getting along, you and I.
Well, we have. That's true, but
Yeah, and you said how much you loved the way the wedding came off, and just a few days ago you told me how the house was running so smoothly.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
And we had a nice couple of chats, just you and I thought I thought you enjoyed them just as much as I did.
Oh, I do, Tina. I mean, I did. You see, actually, you've been about the only person around here that I've been able to talk with, and it would have been very lonely for me without you here.
Well, I don't understand then what's not working out?
Well, Viki and I discussed it, and we just decided that it would be best if you moved out of Landfair.
What?
Well, the sooner you get your own place, the better. That way we can all stay friends, and we won't be, you know, tripping over each other's feelings all the time.
Tripping over? The only person who's having their feelings tripped over here is me. That they're being trampled on. Did Viki put you up to this?
You know, as I said, we discussed it.
Yeah, well, as I said, I had a discussion with good old Viki herself just a little while ago, but apparently I did not make myself quite clear, so I am going to be forced to talk to you about the exact same things.
What things?
Well, about that lady upstairs. She happens to be none other than...
Excuse me, Tina, but
I need to say some things to Clint, and I'm afraid I can't wait.
On All My Children, they were the most unlikely couple.
I want you to stay away from me.
I think you kind of liked it.
Brought together by a crime they didn't commit.
You know, you really are something special.
It's too bad we have to go back to reality, isn't it?
Now they're caught in a deadly game, trying to stay one step ahead of danger. It's a race for survival for Tad and Dottie on All My Children. Weekdays.
Oh, go right ahead, Viki. I am just dying to hear what you have to say.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. It's personal. I need a few minutes with my husband.
A few minutes. Of course. What I have to say can wait. At least for a little while.
What's going on here? I was right in the middle of telling her that she had to...
I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry that I had to put you through all that. If I'd gotten down here a little earlier, I would have been able to tell you that it was not necessary. You see, I spent the whole night tossing and turning. I know you're going to think I'm a silly goose, but I've changed my mind. I don't want her to go.
You don't want what?
Darling, I'm sorry. I realize you have every right to lose your patience with me. It's just that I'm still getting my bearings. One day I seem to know exactly what...
You realize what you just made me do?
Well, darling, I did say I was sorry. I am
But
sorry.
you're sorry. You're sorry? That's all you got to say is you're sorry?
I told you I spent the whole night thinking about this.
Welcome to the club! I have been awake since midnight trying to think of some decent way to do your dirty work for you. After all that Tina has done around here... After all Tina has done around here, I'm the one that has to tell her you want her to leave.
But I don't, not really.
That's now. What about tomorrow? What about 5 minutes from now? I need a scoreboard with you.
Please, I told you I made a mistake. All right, Clint, you realize I have to start to learn how to deal with people again, particularly people in my own family. And if I feel if I asked my own sister to leave the house, it would be a step backward, a terrible step backward.
A step backward? What about the steps you've been taking away from our boys? When are you going to bring the boys back here? When?
I know this is very confusing for you. I'm sure you can understand how confusing it must be for me. I have to learn to know my own mind again. Please, be patient with me.
Patient? I could write a book on patience.
Please.
Please nothing. I'm fed up with this, Viki. I'm tired of not understanding your explanations. I'm tired of not understanding what the hell is going on around here anymore. And Tina, at least, you know, Tina might have gotten a swelled head since she has been living here, but at least I know where she stands.
Well, would you speak to her and ask her to stay?
No, I will not speak to her. I will not say a word to her. You want her to stay, you tell her. I'm not up to it anymore.
Where are you going?
I am going to the office. Somebody has to run the paper. You do what you like. You're going to anyway.
All right, what do you say we turn this meeting into a very creative little affair here and put all our ideas on the table, huh? Okay, I'll start. Basically, with all things considered, I think it played like $1 million last night.
Oh, no. I'd say $5 million.
Okay, well, what do you say we make this unanimous? What do you think, Bo? Okay, Woody? Well, what didn't you like about it?
I think, Woody, you were right about my first scene. It should be cut a little bit because it's very long.
No, Mimi, you were right. It was great the way it played.
How do you know? You weren't even there when the screening started.
I didn't have to be there to know that it was okay.
You didn't have to be or you couldn't be.
Hey, guys, could we please just stick to what happened on the screen last night? Now, I think it moved along pretty well. What about you, Mimi?
What?
Mimi, what do you think?
Well, I don't think anybody cares what I think. Gentlemen, I've had it.
Just stay out of this.
Don't talk to her that way.
Hey, come on.
Would you two knock it off?
All right, will everybody just shut up here?